Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Bill. We're logged on to Pilot Edge, and this is my second favorite thing to do in the sim, and that's real-world flight debriefs.
Hello.
First favorite thing is the briefs before the flight. This is after the flight. It's not as fun for me as doing it before the flight, planning and prepping for it. But it is really, really close. So I flew from John Wayne to Riverside to pick up Brad and his co-pilot. That took a citation to maintenance in Riverside. And then took Brad back to his Bonanza in Thermal out in Palm Springs, past Palm Springs. Dropped him off and then flew back to John Wayne where Brad caught me. And we did a little bit of formation, and I have some pretty cool 360 footage of some of the return trip, which we can take a look at. But so it's always intriguing to me to see how the flow from prepping for a flight, seeing the real world destination, the real world flight happen, feel like you've been there before. And then after come back into the sim after having that experience and seeing what it looks like having done it for the first time. And it's super trippy. I'm actually going to change my answer. I think this is my favorite thing about this is number one. I think it's even more fun than prepping for it. I'm gonna change my answer. What's up, Roll? Hello, James. Thanks for following. So let's get going. We're on Pilot Edge, so we're ready to taxi. John Wayne Ground, Cherokee 83364, information Zulu at Jay's Taxi Tower Run-Up.
83364, John Wayne Ground, Taxi to Run-Up via Bravo.
Bravo, Tower Run-Up, Cherokee 83364.
And do me a favor, make sure you're squawking 1555.
Yep, we'll get that fixed, Cherokee 83364.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
So,
Las Vegas Tower, citation 61 Tango.
what's up, Ring Police?
Juliet
23 months.
Final for runway 19
Ring Police,
right,
thank you so much, man. Happy Monday.
Signature.
Welcome, welcome. So, something that I do,
runway 19er.
they put my message before the announcement.
1 right, clear to land, citation 61 Tango Juliet.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, Ring Police, chugga chugga, hoo hoo. How's that for a robotic readback? John Wayne has ground radar, so I don't really like. I get in the. It's a bad habit, but I do forget to put in the squawk code until I'm in the run up. That's where I check that, just to make sure.
Runway 29 are clear for the option. 1720 Papa.
Yeah, like yesterday when I did this flight in real life, I was in the run up going like checking everything. I was like, oh, transponder's not even on. But Pilot Edge does not have ground radar, so it's a little bit more noticeable. Well, I shouldn't say they don't have ground radar, but it's a little bit more noticeable if you don't have your beacon code set correctly. Finally got orders. Getting my ass on a ship in August. Dude, that's so cool. Congrats, man. 613 Tango Juliet. A King Air? Is that a King Air, Steve? Okay, hey, Steve. What do you think about... oh, CJ4, sweet. What do you think about either tomorrow or Thursday playing catch? That is not a euphemism, you sickos, either. Sweet. Yeah. We ran through the park, and I was like, oh my god, I'm such an asshole. I totally forgot to call Steve and play catch. I have not. No, I haven't done... See, it's also the reason why I don't do a lot of group flight stuff is because my schedule is really not very consistent,
Santa Barbara clearance, Cherokee 6.
and it's hard to like coordinate with somebody, you know, fly at this time, and it's so much easier for me to be able to stream or fly and just like hop on without having to coordinate with people. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, that's cool. Gentleman ground, Cherokee 83364, continue.
Right 364, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
Bravo Kilo 20 right, Cherokee 83364. So part of what made this flight a little bit unique for me is, well, one, it's my first time being in thermal, and the first time, the furthest east I've ever flown, which was pretty cool. Flying to Palm Springs, I like a lot. I think it is really, really cool. But I was overweight. Well, the plane was overweight. So I had to burn off fuel before picking up Brad and his co-pilot in Riverside. So I left 30 minutes early and burned off fuel
631 Tango Juliet,
by
Tango.
just like almost literally flying in circles. My actual track map
631 Tango
is
Juliet,
probably
taxi
ridiculous.
via
I haven't even
Tango
looked. I have not
and
looked at it yet.
hotel
Track
to
log
parking.
as I taxi off here.
Taxi via Whiskey and hotel to parking. Monitor ground past the
Oh
I-5.
yeah. Oh, this is great. Look at this. Just
Whiskey Hotel to parking, monitor ground, that's the I-5. Citation 631 Tango Juliet.
oh my god, that's so great. I am screen capturing that. I just oh my god. This is, yeah, that's me like just burning fuel. I just was like, I'm just gonna, my wife Julia and I, we go and drive. It's this Rancho Santa Margarita RSM. So I've just never really spent any time actually looking. I'm usually doing air work over there. So I was like, I'm just gonna go fly over here and see like what I can spot. And I was just like doing, just looks ridiculous. Oh, that is great. I hadn't looked at that yet. That is so good. All right. Jarwin Tower, Cherokee 83364, holding short 20 right at Kilo. Request departure from 20 left.
Right 3364, Jarwin Tower, cross runway 20 right at Kilo, hold short at 20 left.
Crossing 20 right at Kilo, holding short 20 left at Kilo, Cherokee 83364. The lights on. Awesome. Awesome. That is, I don't, is there a reason that he did that? So John Wayne, the
entered
parallel
runway
runways
20 right.
prevent the controllers from giving a crossing and takeoff clearance, and pilotage usually does. So
Tower, Skok 172 Sierra, Papa past the beam.
Like it's
runway
just when the
29.
real world John Wayne
Approaching
controllers
runway
are in
20
chat,
left.
it's always like a cringy thing for them to hear that cross and clear to take off instruction, because they're not allowed to
Papa, runway 29, clear for the option.
give that. And
29, clear for the option.
They did. That's
172
awesome.
Sierra, Papa, thank you.
It's a difference in classification for the area in between the runways. So there is room to stop.
Santa Barbara clearance.
Pilotage treats it as if there is not room to stop.
Loud and clear.
Johnny Tower, Cherokee 83364, holding short 20 left at Kilo.
Right 2364, runway 20 left to Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, Cherokee 83364. Okay, lights, camera, action, looking good. Cleared left, cleared right.
Santa Barbara clearance. IFR to Santa Maria.
Approaching runway 20 left.
I missed a call sign.
Entered runway 20 left. 2,500 feet remaining.
Santa Maria, Santa Barbara clearance. That was Aero 6071 Hotel. We're looking for our IFR to Santa Maria.
Okay, good.
6071 Hotel. Santa Barbara clearance delivery clear to Santa Maria Airport. Cloud 5 departure, San Marcos transition direct. Climb via City except maintain 3000. Barge frequency 120.55, squawk 3734.
60. Rotate. Tap the brakes. Gear up. Props back. Taxi light off.
Okay, Aero 6071 Hotel is
Letter
here
red.
to the port via Cloud 5.
That's awesome.
Cloud 5 departure, San Marcos
It's a little
transition.
shallow there.
Climb via the SID, except maintain 8000. Departure frequency is 120.55, squawk 373.
Let's make sure the squawk is 3734. Read back correct.
Or clearance 6071 Hotel 3734. Yeah, I guess you didn't get that last part, thanks.
For 9 Alpha Papa contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
Nice.
Burbank Tower 118.7.
Hi, Harrison.
Not around
November 83364, radar contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, Cherokee 83364.
Burbank Tower, Skyhawk 990, Papa 10 miles to the west, inbound landing with hotel.
November 9er Alpha Papa Burbank Tower, make straight in runway 8, clear to land.
Straight in, runway 8, clear to land, 9er Alpha Papa.
SoCal departure, good evening, Cherokee 83364, 1400 climbing restricted.
83364, SoCal departure, resume on navigation, cancel the altitude restriction.
ONAV will go up to 3000, Cherokee 83364.
Biggest ground, 61
All right,
Julia,
so we're gonna skip all the, we're gonna skip this part of the flight. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so stupid. We're gonna move it. Alright. And we're gonna go to Riverside. Okay. So burning off fuel was fun. I had my first headphone knocked off turbulence, which was really, really exciting. It was pretty choppy, and then I just hit this like kaboom. The plane dropped. You know, who knows? You know, a lot. It felt like a lot. Brad, when I told Brad this, he was like, "Oh, welcome to the club." But so I'm, you know, flying around and just kind of doing one of these.
Down Lewis Tower, time for a
Chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, I love you. Hi. Oh, and chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, loves us too. And then all of a sudden,
the Cat 3 rating
just went kaboom.
and
Hit my head on the roof.
closed pattern traffic. Is it just touch and
And
go
then
like this?
obviously the like my headset
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like
just 3
got
touch
all
and goes to the
sideways
pattern.
and it got
Roger, thank
super
you.
loud.
172 Sierra Bravo.
It's just like, I just freaked out for a second because, you know, we've got the A20s on, so everything's kind of nice and quiet, even though it's bumpy. I'm listening to Dua Lipa, and then it just gets knocked off. Like I hit this bump, it gets knocked off, and I immediately check the door and the luggage compartment door to see if anything flew off. Like that's how loud it felt. Like I felt like something got ripped off the plane. And I was like, oh, no, that is just really gnarly, a really gnarly bump. So I gave a little pirate. I never checked to see if it showed up. I don't think I've been able to see a pirate that I made. I don't know. But yeah, so that sucked. That definitely sucked. And after that, I was like, oh, okay, let's head back. I had one of those for the first time not long ago. Good realization to have your straps set correctly. Yeah, it was pretty startling at the moment. Jeez. Okay. I got you. I'm awake. I'm here. I'm all here. So that woke me up. But yeah, it was. I've done this, I think, 3 or 4 times now, picking Brad up. So Brad will fly his Bonanza to work sometimes. He flies contract charter work, and so he'll fly the Bonanza to, if it's a local airport, Palomar, Thermal, Riverside, Van Nuys, where else is it? I think that may be the only ones. But if the trip ends someplace different than where he landed, I need to go, or not I need to, I go pick him up. So this one was a unique one, because usually the ones, Santa Barbara, that's right.
Hey, bird.
That's right.
Whoa, buddy.
More with information.
What up, Bill? Long time no see.
Cat Gifs, thank you so much for 7 months. I appreciate
Calling
that,
there,
man.
all I got was
Hope everything's
perfect.
going well. Happy Monday, dude.
Calling
It has
it
been a
the-
while. Glad you're here. So this is the first time that I haven't picked him up and taken him back to John Wayne. So I pick him up in Riverside, and then his plane was in Thermal. And it is the first time that I've been out to Palm Springs. So it was a really cool
Santa Barbara ground, that was Arrow 6071 Hotel. It seems like
mission.
Windows hates my microphone. Can you hear me
I
better
mean,
now?
if anyone here is a private
That's why I'm
pilot,
ready to taxi.
it does become a thing.
Yes, sir, ready to taxi IFR.
with the cost
November
of
607 Hotel,
trips,
runway
the longer
25, taxi
flights
via
cost a
Juliet.
lot of money, so you try to usually keep it close. You start to kind of run out of
Runway
airports that you
25,
haven't
taxi
been
via
to.
Juliet for 6071 Hotel, thanks.
Why is my room pink? That's a good
3364, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
35.4 Cherokee 83364. It's actually purple. Whoa. Hold up. It's actually purple. Office. Where are you at? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I am right over the toll road, and Anaheim Hills. That is your Belinda over my wing, coming up on the 91 freeway.
San Luis ground 172 Sierra Papa Skyhawk, reserve runway at Alpha 11, ready to taxi to parking.
Richie Sierra Papa, taxi via Alpha to parking and remain as frequency.
Hi, Steve.
Taxi to parking, remain on this frequency 172 Sierra Papa.
Hi, Steve. SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364 3000, information Zulu at Riverside. Docs.
November 83364, SoCal approach, roger.
Hunkle had a Y.
November 9er Alpha Papa, taxi via Delta to parking and monitor ground past the Cat 8.
I just had it moved. The first couple months, a drunk person got into a pursuit with the police, and the car that was operated by the intoxicated person struck the hangar the plane was in, broke his heart.
Clearance
Can't
November
replace it because the parts are so
95126.
scarce. That sucks, dude.
For 95126,
That
John Wayne
sucks.
clearance delivery.
Oh yes, we are at Diamond DA40. We have information Zulu, just trying to pick up our IFR clearance to Palomar.
For 95126, John Wayne clearance
Somet-
for the Palomar Airport.
Sometimes
Departure, turn left,
that's
heading
just how it is,
175.
Cal.
Radar vectors to Victor 23, and then it's
That's how it is.
filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 2677.
All right, after departure, that is 175 on the heading. Radar vectors to the Victor 23. Altitude, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is
Oh, that's awesome, man.
128.1.
1 year ago, huh?
2677.
It's a big date.
95126.
For 95126, read back correct.
All right, 210 is, I believe, Riverside Tower. Let's check our work there, because
For 83364, contact Riverside Tower 121.0.
21.0 Cherokee 83364. Then I got addicted. That's kind of how it goes. All right, I want to replicate the actual route that I took. So, Riverside Tower, good evening. Cherokee 83364, 3000 approaching 9115 interchange request. Left base for 27 at the auto club or auto center.
83364 Riverside Tower, roger, enter a left base, runway 27.
All right, left base for 27, Cherokee 83364. Oh, I love this. Yeah, I don't know why I said this is my second favorite thing, because it is definitely my first favorite thing. Yeah, this is crazy. Like how freaking, like I just did this yesterday and it looks exactly like it. The visibility was crappy, but this is so cool. Mordecai, it's really easy to do. You just go call up your local flight school and say, I would like to schedule a discovery flight. And it's like $150, $100, and you get to do everything. It's so easy. The key, it's very, if you look at the price of it right now, or if you're researching the cost of how much it takes to get your license, it's really easy to not do it. What you really have to do is just get the discovery flight in. Dude, that's awesome, Kev. That's so cool, man. So you just do the discovery flight. From there, you can just take it one flight at a time. You don't need to pay the entire amount up front. You can fly once a week. You can fly once every other week. You don't have to finish your license. You could just fly as much as you can and, go from there. But the key is actually getting that first flight in, because then the motivation will be eye-opening. It's amazing how much you can actually afford when you have the motivation. And that's what I found when I first started, is I got so addicted to it that I organized my life in order to afford it. And you cut out certain things, or you don't eat out as much, or you cut back on, whatever you might spend money on. It could be, prices are definitely going up now, even from 4 years ago when I started, but if you have $500 to spend every other week, that's all it is. That's not that much if you really went to budget. You could fly, you can have a really, really fulfilling time flying with $1,000 a month, and that's might even be on the high side. How does my wife feel about it? She loves it. She absolutely loves it. She pushed me to do it. You scheduled the discovery flight. Well, up there too, right? Or no, did I do that one? Yep, that's all you gotta do. It's one call. Hi, I'd like to schedule a discovery flight, and they'd be like, okay, cool. How is Saturday at 2? I'm like, yeah, it sounds good.
November 23 Alpha.
I missed the initial call. What's your request?
Okay, November 123 Alpha. Request the VFR.
Alright, let's get the fuel pump is on, lights are all on.
To North Las Vegas at 7,000.
We're at 364, runway 27, cleared to land.
Clear to land 27, Cherokee 83364. This is a tiny, tiny bit tighter than I...
123 Alpha, bullet ground, departure frequency 134.65, squawk 1564.
Yes.
500.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Alpha, departure frequency 134.65.
Wheels.
Squawk 1564.
For 123 Alpha,
Is
read
it
back correct.
FISDO based here, and there were too many gear up landings for complex commercial students, I think it was.
San Luis
So,
Tower,
15
Warrior
years ago,
647
they
Romeo
added that.
Golf, 3 miles southeast, inbound for full stop landing at 6,500. This is for the Cat 2 rating. Warrior 647 Romeo Golf.
647 Romeo Golf, St. Louis Tower, make straight in, runway 29er, report a 3-mile final.
Runway 29er.
Firms here from Miami took him on a
report
flight. We
3-mile
got home and I
final.
hopped on Microsoft. He didn't
7
understand how
Romeo
he could
Golf.
love flying so much. Cool. Oh, that's beautiful. So I parked
holding short of runway
right
25 at Juliet.
there. Right there-ish. Yeah.
November 6071 Hotel, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Dude, that's awesome, Vatsim Flyer. Hell yeah, dude. That is super cool.
November 6071 Hotel, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Runway 25, clear for takeoff. Thanks. 6071 Hotel.
Riverside Tower, Cherokee 83364, clear 27 and Alpha, taxi back, will be departing to the east.
83364, roger, runway 27, taxi via Alpha and Charlie, remain as frequency.
Alpha Charlie 27, we'll stay with you, Cherokee 83364.
Left Brown, November 120 Alpha, parking at General Aviation East near Alpha 5, ready to taxi.
For 123 Alpha, Bullhead ground, runway 16, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 16, right? Near, taxi via Alpha.
November 71 Hotel, contact departure.
Contact departure, 6071 Hotel. Good day.
There's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight.
By the way, is there anyone
Santa
on
Barbara
board who knows how
departure,
to fly a
error
plane?
6071 Hotel, 2000
Okay,
to 3000.
back. I'm back. What's up, Hawks? There's no reason to be alarmed. Wayne, by design. What's up, PW? Welcome. Happy... what day is it? Monday?
November 6071 Hotel, Santa Barbara
Yeah,
departure, enter
definitely Monday.
contact, climb and maintain 6000.
Up to 6000 for 6071 Hotel. Thanks.
Sweet. No voice, just engine sounds. Yep. All right, cool. So let's get going here. So I waited for Brad. Rookie move, Cirrus pilot move, leaving the strobes on while taxiing. Just on the other side of the tower. This is a very typical Microsoft default scenery. There is actually a payware of this airport that looks great. Even though I am a ZLA fiend on Microsoft Flight Simulator, The $20 class deltas that I'm not based out of is kind of a tough one for me to justify. Not even justify. It's not a justification. It's more of just like it's fine. Like for the 4 times per year I fly here, like this is okay. So, but it does look really nice. It looks perfectly. It's an airport. It looks like an airport. Yeah. So it's fine. What's up, Tone? Thank you for following. Let me just say thank you for everybody that's joining tonight. This is really fun to be able to debrief a real-world flight. We have 2 legs left of this flight, and then I will show you some really cool 360 camera footage from the real-world flight after we do that leg in the sim with some formation flying, and it looks freaking awesome. So I cannot wait to share that with you guys once we're done here. But if you are new and not in the Discord, I promise you this is not a tiny Twitch streamer asking for Discord ads or whatever. I really love this community. So if you are new here and you're interested in flying, Mordecai,
departure,
you especially, if you're trying to get into this, it's an invaluable resource with instructors and air traffic controllers and pilots of all levels.
Departure might be a little too late, but
really great community,
I-10 rating,
and can't recommend it enough. And this is Riverside, yeah.
Shit, 1 hotel, Roger.
Yeah. So please join. Please join. Please. Anybody gonna join? It's a very organic community. Yes, it's awesome. It is super awesome.
John Wayne Tower, November 95126.
Cool. Okay,
holding
so
short
let's
at
get
Kilo,
ready to go, and we'll pick up
takeoff,
flight
20
following
right.
on the way. I'm gonna leave it.
9516, John Wayne Tower, my 20 at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff at Kilo, runway 20 right, November 95126.
San Luis Tower, wire 647 Romeo Golf, on 3 mile final for runway 29er, 7 Romeo Golf.
Hey, we got one.
7 Romeo Golf,
Mordecai.
runway 29, cleared to land.
Mordecai is there.
Cleared to land.
Welcome, man. On our way to 1,800 members of the Discord. Like, it's not bad. Very proud of that. Okay, let's try to sneak in here. Riverside Tower, Cherokee 83364, holding short 27, departing to the east.
16 for departure.
Blocked.
83364 Riverside Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff, right downwind departure approved.
Clear for takeoff, right downwind departure approved, Cherokee 83364. So you usually get
approaching runway 27.
Downwind departure.
Clear for takeoff.
Entered runway 27. 5,300 feet remaining.
Oh, 2,500 foot is our. There we go. Okay, where's the center line? Are we gonna find it? And tap the brakes, gear up, prop back, light off. Riverside Tower, Cherokee 83364. Request left downwind departure.
November 364, left downwind departure approved.
Left downwind approved, Cherokee 364.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Murder 5126, contact SoCal departure.
What's up, Dreadnought?
Departure.
It does feel like 20, man.
November 95126.
Thank you so much, Dreadnought, for the support. Happy Monday,
San Luis
man.
Ground, Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, ready to taxi, close traffic, request Cat 3 rating.
It's pretty fun, man. Yeah, I've heard that the Xbox implementation of this thing
for the Cat 3 rating, make sure you have a flight plan filed with the rating selected so I can score you.
Dreadnought, thanks, man. I appreciate
Roger,
it.
we'll do that. Yeah, 172 Sierra Papa.
SoCal departure, November 95126, with you at 1200 for 5,000.
Also with you.
For 95126 SoCal departure, radar contact.
That shadow looks super crisp. So we'll be going a little bit faster, dude. This was the heaviest that I've flown that Cherokee. Wow.
1144 Golf, San Luis ground away 29er taxi via Alpha.
It was
29er via Alpha 1144 Golf.
She was very heavy. All right, so we're
November
clear.
123 Alpha, contact Los Angeles Center.
354, we're good there.
Contact Los Angeles Center, 123 Alpha.
Oh, I just realized. And then we're going to follow the 91 here, which keeps us out of March Air Force Base. Okay, I see what we're doing. I see, okay.
San Luis Tower, wire 647 Romeo Golf, clear runway 29er, ready to taxi to transient parking. November 647 Romeo Golf.
What the f***?
November 647 Romeo Golf. Taxi via Alpha to parking and remain as frequency past the Cat 2.
Times.
Taxi Alpha to parking.
Dude, Hawks.
7 Romeo Golf.
Cheers to the Ryan Seacrest of aviation. Hawks, thank you for the donation, dude. That is super nice, man. Thanks for the streaming and for being awesome, my friend. Well, Hawks, I appreciate that.
November 5126, turn left, heading 090, join Victor 23.
Scares the crap out of me, but obviously it's got a good connotation
November
to it.
9516.
What's up, Cole? Hawks, that's super nice, man. SoCal approach, good evening, Cherokee 83364, 3,500 climbing just east of Riverside, request.
November 83364, SoCal approach, squawk 6030, what's the request?
6030, Cherokee 83364, like flight following to Thermal at 7,500.
Or 83364, roger, radar contacts 3 miles northeast of Riverside Airport. The Ontario altimeter 2988.
2988, Cherokee 83364. Thanks.
November 123 Alpha, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
Sweet. What's up, Scotty? Wonderful to see you. I don't know whose face that would be, but thank you very much, Scotty. I appreciate it. Happy Monday.
San Luis Tower,
doing a super fun
29er ready for takeoff.
For 1144 Golf, San Luis Tower.
You guys do a great job of sounding just the right amount of annoyed to deal with.
Clear for takeoff 29er, report left traffic for midfield 29er.
Well, when you've got two people logged in as 172 Sierra Papa, do you blame them? Oh my God, that's really funny. Well, Hawks, I appreciate that, man. It's very, extremely self-serving to do this, and I am internally grateful for everyone that's that participates in these streams and in the Discord. I really feel like at this point the stream exists to support the Discord and help grow that the Discord, but it's still really important for me as a pilot, for the amount that I fly, the frequency that I fly, to do these briefs and debriefs of flights. I love doing this so much, and to me it makes it, I feel like I'm doing this a second time, and it makes it really fun to share the experience with you guys, and it is absolute icing on the cake that anybody enjoys it at all. That completely makes it. I would like to think that I would still be doing this if nobody was here. The first 3 months that I streamed, it was to nobody, and I mean nobody. And just was like, I just was having fun, just like flying around and just, hey, if anyone wants to join, I'm just gonna be flying around hanging out. That's, you know, I enjoy it. So having all of you here to help share it with makes it so much better. It's great. Flying Monkey, hello. I didn't get a single one of you on frequency yesterday, which is very sad. Which is very, very sad. I asked. I forget the, what? Flying Monkey, you don't care about acronyms, right? Your initials may have been planned.
For 1, question number 44 golf, runway 29 cleared for the option.
So I was thinking your first name. So I said DS. I was like, no, not DS. I was like, Dave, like not, no, FM. I was like, FM. Is FM up there? And the guy was like, no, FM is on break, but DS is here.
For 122 Papa Tango, Bakersfield ground, departure frequency 118.8, squawk 6457.
118.8 and 6457.
Hawks, I can't wait. I cannot wait to show this one. The
San Luis Tower stock,
footage turned out super
ready
rad.
for departure with
And I'm really excited. Formation flying and kind of a non-standard arrival into John Wayne, which is always fun. I mean, every arrival into John Wayne is non-standard.
Runway 29er, taxi via Alpha 1720 Papa.
This one was also non-standard.
Ground answer 122 Papa Tango at the tower, ready to taxi with information Papa.
November 122 Papa Tango, Bakersfield ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha and Bravo.
30 right, Alpha and Bravo, 2 Papa Tango.
Santa Barbara Grand, November 160 Romeo Alpha, at the South GA parking with Sierra VFR request.
Are we looking on
Romeo Alpha?
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit
Santa Barbara clearance,
slower of a climb.
Romeo Alpha is a Cessna 172 slant golf. Like to pick up
hey, Steve, good news.
Cruise altitude 4,500 for the Cat A.
If you can't, guess what is my favorite
Romeo Alpha, Santa Barbara clearance delivery on departure, fly runway heading.
If you didn't know.
Maintain VFR at or below 3,000. Departure
the Dacia Sandero.
0.55. Squawk 7220.
They paved Banning. Beautifully paved. Brand new.
Runway
blacktop.
Maintain VFR below 3,000. Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 7220.
I found Twitch by looking for PE flights on YouTube.
For 160 Romeo Alpha, read back correct.
That's awesome, man.
95126, contact SoCal approach 119.
ISO PS. Ice, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream.
November 95126, thank you.
November 83364, contact SoCal approach 126.7.
126.7 Cherokee 83364.
And November 123 Alpha, contact Las Vegas approach 125.47.
The nose keeps falling for some reason. I don't know why. Julia. Oh, never mind. I was gonna ask.
SoCal approach November 95126 with you. I might have been stepped on.
November 95126 SoCal approach. Roger information. Victor's current. Actually, I see you have Zulu weather. Do you have an approach request?
Yes, I do have Zulu weather. Our approach request is going to be ILS runway 24 into Palomar.
Whoa! Found it. 95126, Roger. Expect vectors ILS runway 24.
That was going to be funny.
Expect vectors for ILS 24 approach.
All my Brad sound effects.
St. Louis Tower, Sirius 1144 Golf. midfield for 29er left downwind. November 44 Golf, runway 29er, clear for the option. Clear for the option, 29er on 144 Golf. Cleared for the option.
Ground 160 Romeo Alpha, South
I hope you
parking
like
with
that,
Sierra, ready for taxi.
Dave. I really hope you like that.
160 Romeo Alpha, Santa Barbara ground runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha and Golf.
Runway 25 via Bravo Alpha Golf 160 Romeo.
Come on.
Meadow Star, Atlanta, 122 Papa Tango, ready for takeoff, 30.
It's fine.
122 Pop Tango, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 30 to Papa Tango.
Oh, Dave, what's up with Friday happy hour? I realized that I probably need your phone number. I was like I was trying to look up your number on my phone. I was like, wait a second, do I not have his number? And like, sure enough, nope, all communication in Discord.
San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, holding short, runway 29 at Echo with information Zulu for Cat 3.
Or 172 Sierra Papa, San Luis Tower, hold short of runway
I'm guessing
29er,
you're
traffic
unfamiliar,
turning final.
right?
Holding short, runway 29er. 172 Sierra Papa.
Hey, bird.
November 95126, turn left, heading 090, vector 2,
Readability,
final
thank you
course.
so much. 10 months, that's crazy, man. Thank you so much, Readability.
Heading 090,
Cheers.
the approach for ILS runway 24, November 95126.
Yeah, so I might need to get your telephone number.
November 83364, if you're still on this frequency, contact SoCal approach on 126.7.
26.7, apologies for that, Cherokee 83364.
Santa Barbara departure 6071 Hotel. Are we still with you?
Affirmative.
We copied it, red.
I'm flying. I'm pilot.
SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, 7,500.
You can contact Bakersfield departure.
This is a good use of tax dollars, okay?
November 122 Papa Tango, contact Bakersfield departure.
2 Papa Tango.
Or 172 Papa San Luis Tower, runway 29er, clear for takeoff. Make left traffic and report the midfield downwind.
Bakersfield departure, Atlanta, 122 Papa Tango, 1,500, climbing 7,500.
Or 20 Papa.
SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, 7,500.
The status around 3,000 Bravo by the
Had 3 people call up there, and I need a takeoff clearance response for a November 1720 Papa, November 20 Papa. Can you go ahead with that readback, please?
Hello. Anyway, 0 and 2.
Clear to take off, runway 29, left closed traffic. 172
And report the
Papa.
midfield downwind, thanks. November 122 Papa Tango, Bakersfield departure, radar contact. November 83364, SoCal approach, roger, the Palm Springs altimeter 2972. November 123 Alpha, I think you got disconnected from the network.
That
I don't
was
see you on
beautiful.
the network. Can you
Nice
try
radio call,
disconnecting
Bill.
and reconnecting, please, and thank you.
It's all happening.
San Luis Tower, Sirius 14 Golf, continuing downwind.
It's all happening.
44 Golf, runway 29, clear for the option. Traffic is the sky,
That's
is
what we're
rolling
doing,
now.
copy of number.
Clear for the option, 29er, 144 Golf.
Okay. Has the dust settled?
Santa Maria ground, Skyhawk 121 Whiskey, parking south of the tower.
Good.
Request taxi.
Do we survive whatever that was?
Departing to the north east. This is for the Cat 5, over.
For 121 Whiskey, Santa Maria Ground, runway 30, taxi via Alpha.
Finbar!
Taxi via Alpha, runway
Finbar, my
30.
boss was
Skyhawk
just in the
121 Whiskey.
UK, and
November 123 Alpha, Las Vegas approach. I can
I was
see
like,
you now.
he
Your
had like
radar
a day off, and I was
contact.
like, hey, are you gonna hang out with Finbar?
Let's see, 30 miles southeast of Boulder City. The Las Vegas altimeter is 2965. What
I was
was
like,
your
Finbar,
request
are you gonna go
again?
hang out with Finbar? He's like, I didn't know he was in the UK. I bought the Piper and John Wayne back in 2018 to cover your streams, made notes on your pattern work, and learned so much about flying the plane from your streams. I still love doing patterns at John Wayne, just like Bill. Scotty, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
November 123 Alpha, Roger. I have
That
your
is
request.
awesome,
Just
man.
remain outside of Bravo airspace for now.
It's such a fun pattern. It's so goofy. We were promptly denied.
Santa Barbara Tower 160 Romeo Alpha, holding short runway 25 at Golfman, set cruise altitude 5,500.
I hear that on the, Dave, I hear that on the
160 Romeo Alpha, Roger. Runway 25, clear for
negative
takeoff.
pattern work.
25 clear
It's
for
like,
takeoff, 0 Romeo Alpha.
Nice. Nice.
Torrance Ground, Walker 2019, IFR to Baker with Whiskey.
Those guys are having a good day right now.
Walker 29, Torrance Ground,
Lock it down.
Roger.
And then I immediately think like,
clearance
ooh,
on
how
request.
pissed are the flight
Stand by.
schools? Weekend, no pattern work. That's a gut punch. But
November
what they get.
6071 Hotel, Santa Barbara approach. The last assigned altitude was
That is
6,000.
their
Show you
fault.
descending
That's their
through
doing.
4,700 now. Say intentions.
Hmm.
671 Hotel was following the approach plate. Guessing,
Now this
we
is
weren't supposed to do
what we
that.
call in the
We
business
intend
a
to climb back
tease.
up to
But coming up
6,000.
next, after the second leg, or the next
Roger,
leg,
you never made a request
will
for
be
an
some
approach, and you were
amazing
never
360
cleared for an
footage
approach either. Unable to score you
of
for the
formation
I-10. Would you like
flying.
to continue?
in real life,
Yeah, we'll go ahead
at
and
this
continue
on this
flying
flight,
the I-10 out if
the
that's
real
all right
life
with you.
version of this
671
flight,
Hotel.
coming up next.
November 71 Hotel, Roger. Then just
The other day when we advertised no
clear
patterns,
direct
someone
Cokes,
saw
cross
Southwest
Cokes
parking
at
calls up to Atis and asked for a pattern.
4,000. Cleared the localizer, DME back course Alpha approach. I assume that's the approach you want to do.
Yes, sir. 671 Hotel.
Copy the rest.
You copy the risk.
Romeo Alpha, radar
Verify you
contact,
have the yes,
contact
affirmative,
Santa
say
Barbara
request.
departure.
Did you really say that?
Walker 2019, it's going to be a full route today. Let me know when you're ready.
That's freaking hilarious. So, if you don't know, Flying Monkey is a
Go ahead for Walker
tower
2019.
controller at John.
Walker
The
2019
real
is cleared to
John.
the 0 Oscar 2 airport via on departure fly runway heading. Intercept the Los Angeles 170 radial to Limbo. That's
Sounds like a
Lima,
fun
India,
full here.
Mike Bravo Oscar. Victor 64,
There's Big Bear.
Seal Beach,
There's this guy. That's
Victor
like
8.
11,000, I think.
Paradise, Victor 442 to Hector, and then direct.
Get a Vector to
maintain
Hector.
3,000, expect 13,000. 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 134.9er squawk 6407.
Departure 068. Okay, clear to Baker. On departure, fly runway heading. Intercept the Los Angeles PR 170 radial to Limbo. Then Victor 64 to Seal Beach. Victor 8 to Paradise. Victor 442
There's
to
Steve.
Hector, then direct. Fly 3000. Expect
That's
3000 within 5. Frequency 134.9. Squawk 6407 for Walker 2019.
Walker 2019, read back correct.
San Luis Tower, Sirius 14 Golf, way downwind, couldn't get in there, and I see the Skyhawk looks like it's still on final.
November 44 Golf. Roger. If you have the Skyhawk in sight, you can turn base to follow him. Runway 29, cleared option number 2.
Clear option for 29er, number 2, 1144 Golf.
November 2055.
Yeah,
have you
so
on site,
instead
runway
of
29,
so
cleared option,
if
your
NR's
number 1
working,
inside of
he
a
runs
Cirrus.
downstairs and flashes me in the run-up. full on.
Clear for the option, runway 29.
Steve, I don't know if I told you that.
1720 Papa.
NR runs downstairs,
contact Santa Maria Tower 118.3.
goes to the gate, or the fence or whatever, in the parking lot.
118.3 for 671 Hotel. Thanks.
Full boob shot. Shakes it a little bit, runs upstairs. Joey Crown, Cherokee 83364 on the run up. You seem to have a half naked maniac
671 Hotel on the localizer DMA back course Alpha at 3,000 feet.
For 6071 Hotel,
Right turn,
Santa Maria Tower.
Right turn, contact ground.
30 to land.
Here we got the full on truffle shuffle. Okay, there goes our ground controller. Just all right. So first time coming into Palm Springs was really freaking cool. There's the tram, which I had never seen before. This was so cool.
November 160 Romeo Alpha, Santa Barbara departure.
This was really, really cool flying out here for the first time. It's not that far. There's just not really much in terms of...
I just can't remember if you checked on or not. Did
hey,
you check on to the
let's
frequency
go
yet?
fly, this weekend. There's not much.
Okay, November 0 Romeo Alpha, on course turn approved, and altitude is your discretion.
That's really easy.
Altitude our discretion, turning on course, thanks.
Yeah, I've never been up that.
November
I've never been on that tram. Apparently there's a restaurant up there, which is freaking cool.
Turn 150 to send and maintain 4,000, November 95.
I'm sure that's an expensive day to do that, but I didn't know that.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk 121
cool.
Whiskey, holding short, runway
30 really?
at Alpha 8, ready for takeoff.
Yeah, Viking said, like, when we were looking at it, and he was like, yeah, there's a restaurant up there that's pretty good.
Whiskey, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30.
Can you hook that up?
On course northeast.
On course northeast, clear for takeoff, runway 30.
No, it's not that bad.
And this is Cap 5.
I figured it would be like,
over.
Parking's $10, the tram ride's $50, lunch is $50. But yeah, so if it's not, I'd be totally down to go do that. SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, starting our descent.
San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 2 Sierra Papa, passing the beam, runway 29.
Oh, look at how cool that looks. Oh, wow.
November 2 Sierra Papa, runway 29, cleared for the option.
29, clear for the option, 2 Sierra Papa.
Looks kind of dumb.
For 122 Papa Tango, contact Joshua, approach 124.55.
Awesome. I never really even saw Palm Springs Airport. Like, I barely caught it at the corner of my eye, but I flew directly over top, so I didn't get a good view of it, which was kind of funny. But yeah, so what I was saying is that there isn't really like a clear, hey, let's go to Palm Springs and do a thing. You know, there's a restaurant or clear answer to what to do once you're out there. Thermal, however, Desert Jet is an unbelievable FBO. Super nice looking. Super cool. And the racetrack is right there. It's a private racetrack.
6071 Hotel, Roger. Fly the published missed
Palm Springs Museum.
Departure on 124.15.
But that's not really a great
124.15, fly the published
It's not a huge seller for Julia.
St. Louis Tower, Sirius 14 Golf, midfield, left downwind for 29er. November 144 Golf, St. Louis Tower, roger. Traffic should be a Skyhawk turning base, although I kind of lost sight of him. I don't have it, I'm looking for traffic. November 20 Papa, where are you at right now? Did you end up turning base?
About 3 miles, final. 1720 Papa.
3 mile final?
November 20 Papa, roger. Okay, I see you now. It looks like you flew through the final, and then you're just flying really wide patterns there, so keep it nice and tight. It needs to be, around a mile if you're in a Skyhawk there for the pattern. November 44 Golf, traffic's just off your left wing on a 3 mile final. Looking for traffic, 114 Golf. For 44 Golf, you could turn base now to follow him. Runway 29, cleared option number 2. The spacing will be fine. Turn in base 29er, clear the option, 1144 Golf. November 126, late turn to join the localizer here, flighting 270, join the localizer.
Join the localizer, November 95126.
I know. They haven't seen my video on YouTube, apparently.
Approach Center 122 Papa Tango. I'm not getting the numbers and I'm beginning my descent.
For 122 Papa Tango, roger. The Mojave automated weather, wind 270 at 21, gust 28, visibility 10, sky clear, altimeter 2983.
2983, 2 Papa Tango.
November 95126.
All right, we're going to be coming up on Stagecoach here.
Flighting 270 to center maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 24.
Lot
bridge.
of denim shorts.
All right, descend and maintain 3000. Join localizer. Cleared ILS approach runway 24, November 95126.
San Luis Tower, Skybook 172 Bravo Papa, 10 miles east, full stop landing with X-ray, request Cat 2 rating.
November 172 Bravo Papa, San Luis Tower, make straight in runway 29er and report a 3 mile final.
Straight in runway 29er.
Dude, it's the desert, man. There's
miles.
not much to load in here, bro.
172 Bravo Papa.
Alright, Bermuda Dunes is right there. Great. The
Santa Maria approach.
resort that I had a work event is right on my nose, right there.
Approach, entering the hold
really
now
funny.
at 2100 feet.
For 6071 Hotel, Santa Barbara departure, our contact, say intentions.
Say intentions.
Santa Barbara departure, 6071 Hotel. Our intention is to fly a couple laps to the hold and try and find an airport to divert to.
For 71 Hotel, roger, hold is published and advise when you want to leave.
A firm will hold, we'll advise when we want to leave, 6071 Hotel.
Number 122 Papa Tango, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, contact Mojave Tower.
2 Papa Tango.
SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, field in sight, will go VFR.
Mojave Tower, Lancer 122 Papa Tango, inbound, full stop.
Over to tower 118.6, November 95126, thanks.
Number 122 Papa Tango, Mojave Tower, enter a right downwind runway 26.
I need a
report
blocked
midfield.
sound effect.
Right down runway 26, report midfield, 2 Papa Tango.
Palomar Tower, November 95126, with you on the ILS, runway 24.
Also with you.
November 95126 Palomar Tower, runway 24, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, November 95126.
Here's where Coachella is.
San Luis 172 Sierra Papa, passing a beam.
November 172 Sierra Papa, San Luis Tower, runway 29, clear for the option.
Cleared for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 29, Sierra Papa.
SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, thermal in sight, will go VFR.
November 83364, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change is approved.
Talk to you soon, 364. Thermal traffic, Cherokee A3364 descending through 3,210 miles to the west. Full stop, runway 30. Thermal. Yeah, so here's Coachella, Stagecoach, whatever. It all happens right here. That's where all the magic happens. It's exciting, right? It's pretty exciting stuff. Dude, how much would that suck to like live right there? Ugh. Oh, like to any of these houses. Oh God, that's gotta suck. That has to suck. All right, 800 foot is a pattern altitude, so gotta be lower. And it's below sea level, so we're about to land under the sea. Down where it's wetter, down where it's better. Take it from me. Oops, fuel pump is on. Get the lights on here. Freaking awesome racetrack complex. The Thermal Country Club racetrack is right on final, and oh my God, it's so great. This is awesome. Thermal traffic, Cherokee A3364, 3 miles to the west, entering left, downwind runway 35. Thermal. Oh man, it just looks exactly like this. It's so creepy. Thermal traffic, Cherokee A3364, entering left downwind runway 35. There is pattern altitude. There is a beam of numbers. Slow enough, gears coming down. Keeping it tight. You get to see all of Thermal Racetrack here. Oh, cool. Everything. I'm going to keep it on this view. What's up, QB? That is so cool. Yeah, I got a great shot of the racetrack leaving, which we will check out.
You bastard, that was gonna be money!
500.
You bastard. Now this will be super long. Steve, I'm sure you've been to this airport a bunch, right? So because this runway is freaking long as crap, I'm gonna let it just float it down. Hover taxi. Did a big brain move here. So I'm gonna just let it roll, and we can discuss the big brain move. So uncontrolled, relatively quiet airport. I also did some avionics certification flights when they retrofitted WAS into our old King Airs. That was interesting. Got to fly with a Fed who observed the airplane doing LPV approaches and mid-ends and stuff. That's sweet. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna turn off on Alpha. That was a lot of work. Those single pilot approaches, holds, missed approaches. Ugh, yuck. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Thermal traffic, Cherokee 83364, taxiing runway 17 for departure. So that this is roughly where the FBO is. Whoa, crap! Like right here. Why are you going all over the place, bro? Yeah, so the FBO is actually right in this big empty spot, unfortunately. So instead of going all the way down this 8,500 foot runway, winds were very minimal. So just go to runway 17 and let her rip. Which was super cool. One way in, one way out. It was like, we kind of were briefing the departure.
Hi.
I went, oh crap, yeah, you're right. You could just rocket out of 17. Tavares G, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the stream. So we're on our way back to John Wayne now. And then we're going to look at some really cool 360 footage from this flight and this departure.
Approaching runway 17.
Or, you know what? Let's try this. Just so, because this one is pretty easy to do. Check it out. So there we go. 17. Look at that. Look at that nerd. Why am I all the way down here with that? Nope. Hot. It's so warm. It's 95 degrees out. That terrain. So I wanted to try to depart and get some of the racetrack. So I made the like crosswind really tight. So overflew it and then made the crosswind kind of tight so I could catch it on the way around. So, oh, someone's on the skid pad. That's so cool. Oh yeah, that dude is full on drifting around there and spun. That is great. The dude tried, but he spun out. God, that's so cool. Here, there's the racetrack. There's the airport. Me picking my nose. I worked in the automotive industry and actually I have raced. I did some data acquisition for customers, race cars, did some like light coaching, just like super. I am a car guy more than I am an airplane guy, but I enjoy flying more than I enjoy driving for the most part. So like there's my helmet. So I did a lot of, data acquisition and driver coaching and R&D development, for track cars, and just, love that whole like, club amateur racing scene was super fun. Okay. Full mixtures, full rich, lights, camera, action. Plane looks like it's getting bounced. Yeah, it was just thermal.
Remaining.
It wasn't windy, but it was really bumpy from the thermals. Yeah, so that is my really brief version of why I like racetracks and cars. Okay, death brakes, gears coming up, pops coming up. I made sure to let the airplane bug bite properly. They're very different culturally. Like the culture around aviation is extremely different than the automotive industry, and it's way more inclusive. It's way more welcoming to all types than the automotive industry is. But I love the variability in the automotive industry. Like the cars that I like, I really, really love them. The airplanes, like they're more like performance mission based than anything, if that makes sense. So it's less about style and feel and more about, is it fulfilling a mission? Because more of what flying is the flying portion of it, not necessarily the ownership or the vibe is not the right word, but it's like no one in aviation really. I mean, it obviously does exist to some point, but like no one's gonna say like, oh, I don't like, I don't like Cessnas, so I'm not gonna fly a Cessna ever. Like if it fits your mission, you'd be like, okay, maybe I prefer a low wing, or maybe there's like preferences, but it's not like, oh, I don't want to be seen in a Cessna kind of thing as much. That's not strictly true, but it's way more prevalent in the automotive industry, where you can have, like, I just don't like Mustangs, or I would never be caught dead in a BMW, or I only drive Mercedes, or Porsche's my favorite. There's way less of that going on in the aviation community from a like community standpoint. It obviously does happen at an individual level, but no one's gonna like pull up a nice 182 and something like, there's a 182 guy. Again, for the most part.
Left downwind.
November 6071 Hotel, San Luis Airport information. Yankee is current. Do you have an approach request?
Yes, 6071 Hotel would like the VOR Alpha approach.
For 6071 Hotel, roger. Cross Morro Bay at 4000. Clear to VOR Alpha approach. Circle the runway 29er.
Cleared for the VOR Alpha approach, cross Morro Bay at 4000, circle for runway 29.
Yeah, and that's like
6071 Hotel.
the different types of flying can play into the types of planes that you enjoy. For sure, because some of them are better, but it's more of a performance capability thing than it is a vibe, you know.
San Luis Terrace, here they go on the whole runway 27 on Charlie 1, ready for departure. November 318 Golf Lima, runway 27, clear for takeoff. Runway 27, clear for takeoff, and make off Lima. November 4 Golf, runway 29 clear for the option. Clear for the option, 29er, 114 Golf.
SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, 3000 climbing 5 miles to the west of thermal VOR request.
November 83364, SoCal approach.
Lake flight following to John Wayne 8500, Cherokee 83364.
For 83364, squawk 6553.
6553, Cherokee 83364.
For 160 Romeo Alpha, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
342, 160 Romeo Alpha.
November 71 Hotel traffic, 12 o'clock at a half mile, altitude indicates 3,600, types unknown.
We have the traffic in sight, 6071 Hotel.
November 121 Whiskey, contact Bakersfield approach 118.8. November 83364, SoCal approach your radar contact 6 miles west of thermal to Palm Springs altimeter 2973.
2973, Cherokee 83364.
SoCal approach 160 Romeo Alpha 5500.
For 160 Romeo Alpha, SoCal approach Juliet is current at Burbank altimeter 2990.
9990, we have Juliet 160 Romeo Alpha.
For 318 Golf Lima, contact SoCal departure. Over to SoCal departure, 318 Golf Lima. SoCal departure, stationary 318 Golf Lima, passing 900, climbing to 3000.
So when we were talking about the flight back,
contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
Brad was kind of discussing the route here. And it's something that I've
November 121
looked at on the stream last week,
Quebec, current
and it's a very interesting thing from a practical standpoint. So there's this ridge right here at Palm Springs. I'm going to get the little note back in here. So there's this ridge right here. And you can see it on the sim, it's that mountain ridge.
Skyhook 123 Bravo.
There are a couple of spots.
Request pattern work. Taxi with a Yankee and request category 3 rating.
November 123 Bravo Papa San Luis ground. Roger for the Cat 3. Make sure you file a flight plan with the rating selected so I can score you.
Roger that. We'll be back with you. 123 Bravo Papa.
Further south, I think, here. So those are they're two valleys that you can take to go over there, and you can see them here on the sim. We've got one that's off to the left there, and then one you can kind of see the little dip in the ridge line over more to our 11 o'clock there. So looking at it, you can go
November 8 Golf Lima,
direct
Oceanside.
John Wayne from
Oceanside,
and it's a straight line. So if you if you cut across that ridge, you're direct to John Wayne. The problem with doing that is it is more often than not a westerly wind. So you have wind coming off this ridge line. You have wind coming off this ridge line and then tumbling like that. So if you're climbing up, you have to get like really high up in order to get over that tumbling wind. And it's really bad over a certain speed. So Brad will usually check Ontario or Palm Springs for the winds aloft at 10 to 15,000. And if it's above 20, this ridge crossing is a no-go. You'll just get absolutely rocked. So it only adds like 6 minutes, and I'm sure that's probably bonanza numbers, going around through Banning, which is what we're doing. So coming around here rather than just going across. And depending on the winds, like I cut it pretty tight. It really doesn't add much, so you get time to kind of climb out. You don't have to go crazy. But that was something that, doing it in the sim, I didn't really consider the actual wind because it's not modeled here, and I just having not done it, just not as experienced with doing that crossing, I didn't think about it. So when we were kind of going over the route and plan, we talked about that, and it made a ton of sense. So yeah, I would like basically cut across right in that valley, right there. So you can make it. I'm not really climbing. Oh, I guess I'm climbing kind of. It's 500 feet.
Walker 29.
Yeah, well, I definitely wouldn't be at VX for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's VY plus 10 plus 15 or something. What's up, Iowa?
Bravo, Papa.
Happy Monday, man.
Parking, request partner work. Taxi with a Yankee. Request type 3 rating.
November 123 Bravo Papa, San Luis ground runway 29er taxi via Alpha.
Slow little climb out.
Runway 29er taxi via Alpha, Skyhook 123 Bravo Papa.
SoCal departure, Walker 2019, 9000.
Walker 2019, SoCal approach, the Ontario altimeter is 29990.
90, Walker 2019.
It just had to warm up there a second, Iowa. I just needed like another like little second to figure out what it's doing.
172 Sierra Papa is now DBM 930, ready to taxi for pattern work.
November 1720 Papa, San Luis ground runway 29er taxi via Alpha, give way to a Skyhawk.
Interesting.
Taxi 29er via Alpha, give way, Skyhawk. 172 Sierra Papa.
Yeah, so I really didn't see any of Palm Springs until it was like just out my rear quarter window, looking back at it. Oh, I did see that. I don't know, because they didn't see my video. That's why. This was one of the most fun videos.
November 12 Alpha cross runway 12 right at Kilo and then taxi via Bravo to parking. Remain this frequency.
There we go. Yeah, if you haven't seen this is a good one. Hey, I'm Bill, and this is the top 5 things not to do on the Pilot Edge online air traffic control network for your flight sim. This list was compiled by sim pilots, real-world pilots, and air traffic controllers to make sure your initial hours on Pilot Edge are fun and go smoothly for you, the controllers, and anyone else logged on to the network. This list is in no particular order, but let's get it started with number 1. Don't make your registration November 172 Sierra Papa. If you're new to aviation and just getting started on Pilot Edge, the best plane to get started with is X-Plane's default Cessna 172. When logging onto the network though, try to use something other than the default livery registration number November 172 Sierra Papa. I know it's nice to use a registration on the livery of the plane you're flying, but there are several other options that won't make controllers and other pilots roll their eyes when you check in on the radio. Oh, brother. You can use the registration of a 172 at your local flight school. You can go to the xplane.org forum and download some new liveries.
Are you making
or
that
if you're
procedure
feeling
turn
really
inbound there?
adventurous, you can design your own livery with the legal registration number of your
Hotel is
choice.
making the procedure turn inbound.
But trust me, anything is better than
It
172
seemed like you were doing some kind of, like you seemed a
Number
little
2,
lost there with
be
some
careful
bad
where
turns.
you load
Just
up.
to make sure if you're actually
Alright,
doing
this
the
one
I-10 there
needs
on
a
that
little
one,
bit
you
more
remain within
explanation.
10 miles
But
as
when
the
loading
more
up
of
on
a
Pilot
VOR
Edge,
as per the
make
plate.
sure that your airplane is not on an active taxiway or runway. If you connect to the network
we'll
already
make note of
lined
that.
up
607
on an
Hotel
active
Mike.
runway, you could create an immersion-breaking conflict for
Let
the
me
pilots on the
Sirius
network.
1144
Also
Golf,
consider
mainfield
what
left
plane
hand
you're
129.
flying. If you're in a 172,
44
you're
Golf, runway
probably not
29,
going to
clear
want
for
to
the
load up
option.
at gate 45.
Clear for the option.
Also, if you're flying a
29er,
737, GA parking is probably not a good place
San
to
Luis
start.
Tower Skyhook 1,
Number 3,
23 Bravo Papa,
brevity
ready for
and
departure runway
accuracy on your
29er,
radio
close traffic.
Controllers
This is
on
great. I
Pilot
forgot.
Edge and in the real
Forgot
world
this
are
guy.
looking
Runway
to get all the
29, clear for
information
takeoff,
that they
make a
need
left
in
traffic
as
and
little
report
words
to
as
midfield
possible.
downwind.
Try not to use unnecessary words or
Clear for
long
takeoff runway
explanations. in
29er,
your
left close
calls.
traffic and report
Make
to
sure
mid
you know
downwind
what you're going to say before
123
you
Bravo
say it
Papa.
so you can get your point across quickly. Other pilots on the network
You
will
might recognize
appreciate
that
this as
livery,
well, so they don't
Steve.
have to wait for your long transmission to be over to make their radio call. And try not to use the phrase "with you." There might be somebody somewhere out there taking a shot every time you say "with you."
532,100.
With you! Number 4, stepping on other radio calls. Pilot Edge can get really busy at times, and like the real world, it can be hard to get your radio call in. But do your best to listen at the other radio transmissions and find the appropriate time to make your call. Pilot Edge splits terminal and in-route frequencies, so if you're on the ground trying to get a clearance, the controller might be talking to an airliner on an approach that you just can't hear. Stepping on other pilots' radio calls is going to happen, but to mitigate this as much as possible, just take a few seconds to listen to what's going on. Number 5, fly a plane you're comfortable with. One of the biggest frustrations for controllers on the Pilot Edge network are pilots flying planes they're not familiar with.
San Luis
Pilot
Tower,
Edge network
TBM
might not be the
172
best
Sierra,
environment to
Papa
learn how to
holding
fly
short
a big
runway
airliner.
29 at
Take
Echo.
it slow. Utilize the great training tools on the pilotedge.net website and build up to the airliner. There's nothing wrong with starting slow and getting proficient at your radio communications before jumping into more complex planes. Adding live, professional air traffic controlling to your flight simulator
Some good
changes
B-roll,
it completely.
I must say.
Pilot Edge's replication of real-world procedures helped get me
November
a private
160
pilot's
Romeo
license
Alpha
in the real
contact,
world.
Burbank
And
Tower
hopefully these 5 tips
118.7.
will help make your experience on Pilot Edge
Over
that
to Tower
much better
160 Romeo
and
Alpha.
everybody else's around you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment
Overhead
below,
brake at Catalina.
and also subscribe if you'd like to follow along on some of my flights on Pilot Edge. You can also join
Burbank
live
Tower
on
160
Twitch.
Romeo
That
Alpha
link is
fun?
below.
That is, I
Alpha.
think that is
Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped, and I hope to see you on the
Dive
Pilot
bomb.
Edge Network soon.
See ya! I forgot about that.
November 160 Romeo Alpha, Burbank Tower, make sure
I
will
runway
admit
AS,
that that was
clear to
done
land.
on request. that was a request.
I might have stepped on the other main tower, 160 Romeo Alpha.
Yeah.
Or 160 Romeo Alpha Tower, make sure
Which I was
that's
happy to do because
runway
it was a
clear to
fun
land.
fun
Straight in,
topic.
runway 8, clear to land.
A couple of
160
those
Romeo
key points.
TBM 20 Papa, runway
172
29,
Sierra
clear for takeoff,
Papa
make right
and
traffic
the
and
loading up on the
report to
runway were
midfield
two
downwind.
things that they were like getting really frustrated with. And like, could you make a video?
Runway 29, clear
And
for
then I was
traffic.
like, well, I'll make it. I'll make like
right
a
traffic,
things
report
not to do.
midfield downwind.
I think it turned out pretty good. I like
123
that.
Bravo Papa, meet downwind runway 29er.
November 3 Bravo Papa, runway 29 clear for the option.
Runway 29er clear for the option. 123 Bravo Papa.
So it was smoothed out. The air, the wind was not
November
that bad.
121 Whiskey, contact
And
Bakersfield Tower 118.1.
Yeah, it's
Baker Tower.
I mean, we put thought into it for sure.
121 Whiskey.
November
We
6071 Hotel, contact San Luis Tower 124.0.
San Luis Tower on 124.0.
It's the stuff that like they don't
Good day,
really
671 Hotel.
hammer on in the ratings, but it's stuff that really that I feel like helps make the it's just more enjoyable for everybody.
Bakersfield Tower, Skyhawk 121 Whiskey, descending through 4,800 over.
November 121 Whiskey, Bakersfield Tower. Roger, where are you at and what do you want to do?
Skyhawk 121 Whiskey, 10 miles southwest of Bakersfield.
Please do
full
a stream with
stopover.
a 737.
For 121 Whiskey, Bakersfield Tower, left downwind for runway 30 right, report midfield.
737, 172 Sierra Papa,
Enter left downwind,
and like depart from
runway 30 right, report midfield, Skyhawk 121 Whiskey.
St. Louis Tower, Sirius 114 Golf, extended left downwind, route 29er. For 44 Golf.
Yeah, most
runway
most
29,
people.
cleared option number 2.
It hasn't been as much of an issue honestly since Microsoft has been kind of the de facto simulator for new pilots. X-Plane still seems to be kind of the preferred if you're a tube nerd or a like IFR, flights in economy, if you have like some particular use cases where you need more thorough
San Luis Tower 6071 Hotel, repeat left, you came in broken.
avionics and stuff like that. There's just way more. There are way more options. Brad, if you are, I don't know if Brad is
midfield.
Circle south of the airport for a left downwind, report midfield.
Over Idlewild. That's about as close as I cut it. Cut the corner there. So not directly over Banning.
That's for 29, correct?
Decent bit south.
Thanks. 71 Hotel.
Yeah, so like I haven't tried the 650. I'm too in love with how this simulator looks. I just
TBM 20 Papa, are you past midfield?
So I have a really annoyingly particular method of how I fly in these sims.
And turning on the base now, runway 29, cleared option number 3.
Everybody at once. Part of it is because I stream and I just don't have the time or the mental capacity to thoroughly give a plane like that you know, like a proper study and figure out how it works. So
November 20 Papa, can you hear me?
2 Sierra Papa?
Yeah, hi, can you turn base, runway 29, cleared for the option.
Turn base, cleared for the option.
Oh, he's deep out there. Oh my god.
Apologies, I was having some trouble with those mountains on the side. 172 Sierra Papa.
That's... Well, first of all, it's a TBM 172 Sierra Papa, which is kind of funny, but that is quite a downwind.
Ray Gulf Lima, contact approach 128.1.
128.1, doing a Gulf Lima.
Walker 2019, climb maintain 13,000, contact Josh, approach 126.1.
In real time anyway, you can cut the corner on the map.
126.1 and up to 13,000, Walker 2019.
Right, 2364, contact SoCal, approach 135.4.
Yeah, well, it is. I'm at 8,500 feet.
2364.
So I'm within gliding distance of 2 airports. right now. The engine quit right now.
November 83364, SoCal approach.
83364, sorry.
135.4.
35-4 Cherokee 83364.
Number 71 Hotel, I have you inside, runway 29, cleared out, correction, clear to land.
Thanks, 71 Hotel, we were waiting to break our way in there.
Oh my god.
Action number 71 Hotel, cancel landing clearance, extend your downwind, look for a TBM, he's on a 3 mile final.
Beautiful. Nice radio call, Bill.
Looking for a TBM, extending our downwind, 71 Hotel.
This is...
For 3 Barrel Papa, do you have a Skyhawk in front of you on the extended left downwind? Actually, it's a Piper,
right
you have this Piper in front of you on the extended left downwind.
I know, it really does.
Oh. Downwind 123 Bravo Papa, I don't have the traffic.
Mainly because we're being frustrated.
Just send your downwind.
I see the TBM, 123 Bravo.
Number 71 Hotel, was that you? You have the TBM now?
Yeah, I have the TBM in sight, 71 Hotel, just saw him a moment ago.
Okay, follow them, runway 29, clear to land, you're number 2.
Runway 29, clear to land, follow the TBM, 671 Hotel.
So,
Bravo Papa, traffic is a Cherokee who's turning left base in front of you. November 44 Golf, make a right 360.
Right 360, 1144 Golf.
SoCal approach, Cherokee 83364, 8500.
Direct departure, information November.
Okay. 980 Alpha November, San Bernardino Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
24, clear to take off, November 04.
November 318 Golf Lima, if that was you checking on, I hear you. November 83364, SoCal approach, if that was you checking on, I hear you. Walker 2019, I think you're on Joshua approach, I hear you as well.
God dang it. Alright, we're going to be on this one for a little bit. So yeah, what I was saying is that at 8,500 feet, we have glide distance, glide range.
November 44 Golf, when you roll out of that 360, traffic is a Cherokee.
So right now, I've got, even now, I have Banning. I could glide to Banning right there. I could glide to Hammett, which is right over there. Not to mention all of the fields and freeways and stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna land. I mean, it was smooth enough on some of these parts over here, but yeah.
November 0 Romeo Alpha, taxi via Delta to parking and monitor ground past the Cat A.
Clear up this high.
Delta to parking, monitor ground with the Via Romeo Alpha.
To glide wherever. 85 is, you got a lot of time to think about what to do at 85.
Bakersfield Tower, Skyhawk 121 Whiskey, left, downwind at runway 30 right.
No, there's an airport right off my nose.
30 right, clear to land.
There.
30 right, clear to.
That's Hammett. And then Banning is right
November 44 Golf, that Cherokee's on a 2 mile final now, runway 29er.
Where is Banning?
I'll be looking for the traffic, not in sight yet. 114 Golf.
Somewhere back there.
It sounds like somebody's talking through a microwave there, unreadable.
So, when it's clear, you just aim it at the mountain, and you're good to go.
I can't hear who that is. It's completely unreadable. For 44 Golf, you can turn base now, runway 29, clear for the option number 2, traffic short final.
Clear for the option 29.
I really gotta like pay attention and help this guy out. I feel bad. I've added to the frustration.
Number 980 Alpha November, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Parallel runways at Hammett?
Van Eyck clearance, Skyhawk
Steve, is Hammett parallel runways?
Request to velocity.
I can look. Yes. But it's like off to the side, right? Or something weird.
Pass to beam, 172 Sierra Papa.
For 2 Sierra Papa, extend your downwind, traffic's a Cirrus turning on a 2 mile final.
On my downwind, you'll call my base, 172 Sierra
It's a
Papa.
glider runway.
San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 123 Bravo Papa is on a very long downwind. We got disconnected.
November 3 Bravo Papa, roger. That's fine. Just turn in towards the airport now and report when you're on a 3-mile final, please.
Turning on to the airport and report on a 3-mile final. 123 Bravo Papa.
Let's check it out.
St. Louis Tower, Aero 6071 Hotel, clear runway 29 at Charlie.
20,
We're similar to Hotel Taxi.
2,000 foot runway, so it's
good night.
Alpha to parking, this frequency,
doable.
have a good night.
25 foot wide. Yikes.
November 1720 Papa, make a left 360.
Nice. Redlands is cool.
Left 360, 172 Sierra Papa.
Poor guy. Poor guy's working a TDM in the pattern. Oh, that looks brutal. There's 4 planes at San Luis Obispo right now. Oh, ouch. And then there's me not paying attention. Making things difficult. Alright. How's our fuel looking? What are we doing? We haven't used like any fuel. Alright, we're almost there, and we can look at the cool footage. Right on. Well, thank you everybody for joining tonight. This is currently continuing to be very enjoyable for me to relive a flight. And again, if you're just joining, this was a flight that I did yesterday, and it was hot, it was long, but really, really fun. It was to pick up a friend of mine. So my friend Brad flew his Bonanza to Thermal, picked up a jet, did a couple day trip in the jet. The jet went into maintenance in Riverside, so he needed a way to get from Riverside to Thermal to pick up his Bonanza. So we've done this a couple of times where he would arrive, he would finish a trip someplace different than he started it and needed to either, get back home or pick up his plane. So picked him up in Riverside, him and his co-pilot actually, and flew to Thermal, dropped them off. Brad got in his Bonanza. I got a head start back to John Wayne, and then he intercepted me pretty far out, actually. Like, the intercept was actually just right at this ridge right here, and we did a little bit of formation, did like a little, did we do a full turn? I feel like we may have just done like a 270 or something, or a 720. Maybe we did like a 720. It was like the marine layer was starting to come in, so we didn't really play around too much. He is much faster, and his plane was not happy at the speed of my plane, especially because we were in a descent from 8500, which we are right now. So I was about 10 knots away from VNE, and his engine was running rough because yeah, that's what you want to do? I'm fine with either. And all? Yes? Some? Not very. Yeah, I do that. I don't know what you're doing. I kind of know what you're doing. But do you have, you don't have any, like, frozen stuff? Let's do the pizza. Like 20. Yeah. Okay.
SoCal approach station.
Bill, did you have you and Julia and 2 dudes in the plane? That's a lot. No, it was just
Destination ATIS is 126.0.
Yeah. He has an A36. Beautiful plane, super awesome. So I am nose down from 8,500 feet at, again, 5-10 miles or knots from VNE. He's got his power pulled back to 11 inches, which is like we're landing. Playing it cool like you didn't want the pizza. Well played, thanks, dude. Yeah, like yeah, we could do, you know, like I'm fine with you know, stir fries good, no chicken with salad. We can do salad or just do pizza. That's how you do it, man. That's dinner manipulation right there. That is how it's freaking done. That is how you do it. Are you freaking kidding me? So yeah. Anyway, any friggin' way. Yeah. So we're like in masterclass. So we're in this dive. I'm gonna show you the footage. It's awesome. In this dive. So we can only do, because he's off my right wing, we can only do left-hand orbits. So would anybody like to guess why we can only do left-hand orbits? So again, Brad's in his Bonanza on my right wing, and the only option is left-hand orbits. Steve, you might be able to big brain this and figure it out. Let's see if anyone else. He's full right rudder? No.
November 980 Alpha, November request descent. Where's your Alpha number descent? I'll maintain 4,000. 4,000.
Steve, you're supposed to not. Outside guy has to go faster, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, he can. Yeah. So it's not catch-ups. It's not turn radius. It's the speed. So him being on the outside. Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with P factor or radius or anything. It's already, he's flying, he has to fly faster to maintain position in the turn. So if he's on the inside, he's got to go slower to stay on station, and it just he can't go that slow.
We're not interrupting number contact.
So I mean I can only do. Well, I mean, I'm in a downward spiral, but regardless, like if we're in level, I can only do like 100. He's got to go slower, which you just can't.
So corporation November 980, November 5100, descending 4,000.
Yeah.
We're not at Alpha November, SoCal approach, Roger, thanks for Bravo. Expect runway 30, descend
so there you go.
3,000.
That deserves.
Descend 3,000. 30 November 980.
A good pilot is always learning.
Thanks, Jason.
SoCal approach, station 03, Nick Alpha Lima, level 4,000. That's Nick Alpha Lima, SoCal approach, hello, information, echo is current. Expect a visual approach, runway 25 left, fly heading 320, vector to final. Heading 320, expect to see visual runway 25 left, and
for some reason, I was thinking in terms of safety instead of holding formation.
We're not at Alpha November. The Long Beach Airport is 1 o'clock and 14 miles. Advising you at the airport.
Like I thought y'all would collide. Oh yeah.
We no. Currently about a few clouds. November 980.
Yeah. So it's just the.
Rate 3364. Contact SoCal approach 128.1.
28.1 Cherokee A3364. Yeah, it's strictly, he just can't go any slower to be on the inside. So any bit of speed that I can give him, he needs to take that method. So rejoin at 8,500 feet and 4,500 foot descent. or just always keep them on the outside of turns. So if we want to go left, or sorry, if we want to turn to the right, he just crosses under and goes on the left side, and then we could go to the left. Oh, hey, friend. What are you doing down there, buddy? What are you doing down there, buddy? SoCal approach. Good evening, Cherokee 83364, descending through 7,400. Information Zulu at John Wayne. Me too.
83364, SoCal approach, roger. Proceed to Signal Peak.
Proceeding to Signal Peak, Cherokee 83364. Back home. God, it feels so good to just be back home. My iPad overheated. My GPS, my external GPS, ran out of batteries on the entire way back. It's just like if I'm going back to John Wayne, all I need is like the departure stuff, which is easy to do without georeference, and then good to go. Like you just get passed off. I know the ATIS, I know the tower, you know the airspace, and just let it rip. Just full on. It's not even. I wouldn't even call it pilotage. It's just like autopilot. Camarillo to Fullerton at 2000 and flew by downtown LA.
November, contact Long Beach Tower 119.4.
119.4, Buongiorno number.
So this is actually
Los Angeles
slower
10 o'clock into
than I was
0
going.
miles. Advise when you have the
I
airport
was
in sight.
nose down. I was showing 145 with obviously
cleared visual approach from
the gear down.
25 left.
Cleared visual approach runway 25 left.
Just hauling ass. Brad's plane was pissed. Mine was. She's breaking up. There's a big old fire out there yesterday as well. It looked pissed. Camp Pendleton. I think it was a military. It was within the base. But yeah, it was a big cloud there. All right, Signal Peak. We are thoroughly hauling ass now. Let's get on right tank is good. Okay. Almost there. Almost to the real world footage. Do you ever ask what the point of flying somewhere if it isn't faster by cars? Or do people ever ask you what the point of flying somewhere if it's faster by car? No. Well, one, it's rarely ever faster by car in Southern California. But yeah, it's just a sensation. I mean, it's like a motorcycle, you know. If it is faster by car, and Fullerton is a great example. That's probably the one. I shouldn't say that because, yeah, Fullerton, I'd never go to Corona, Long Beach, and I wouldn't really even stop at Long Beach. But Fullerton and Long Beach are two flights that would be faster by car if you take into account getting to the airport, pre-flight, blah, blah, all that stuff. But there's nothing there anyway, so you're flying just to fly already, and at that point, it's not about efficiency. So, and anything outside of that, it's pretty much always going to be faster to fly by a good amount. The flight out to Palm Springs probably saved them a 2.5 hour car ride. And it took us 30 minutes to get out there or something. So we saved 2 hours. That's, I wouldn't say an extreme example, but that's a pretty best case scenario in terms of the savings. But it just
3364 contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
26.8 Cherokee 83364. John Wayne Tower, good evening. Cherokee 83364, inbound to Signal Peak, information 0, full stop.
Number 83364, John Wayne Tower. Do you have a preference between the long runway or the short runway?
I'll take the short runway tonight, Cherokee 83364.
Number 83364, enter left downwind, runway 20 left, report midfield.
Left downwind 20 left, call you midfield, Cherokee 83364.
Number 51 Mike, connect SoCal departure.
SoCal departure 104 Mike.
Maintenance is important. It is indeed. Neat. All right, so we're going to cut,
November 33 Juliet, shorter runway.
cut the corner, so there's Signal
right,
Peak.
Hotel ready for departure.
33 Juliet, runway 20 right.
And we're going to just go right to UCI, and that will get us onto downwind. And we'll keep it nice and snug. I got the very rare left downwind to land at John Wayne, which is essentially you follow the 405, which is this freeway right here. Follow the 405, and then just little scoot. I usually, like the couple times that I've gotten that, I'll turn base over the freeway, but I took it around the buildings. It's not really important, but it's what I did. Why did I tell you that? I don't know. I find that flying often takes about the same time as driving. When you consider drive to the airport, pre-flight always results in people asking why I find such losers. It depends on where you're going. I mean, it's like in the basin here, like flying to Van Nuys is about a 20-minute flight. That could be an hour and a half, 2-hour drive easily. Could easily be 2 hours. So if you're going there for a purpose, even with the pre-flight and everything, you're still saving the time, and it's safer, and it's less stressful. So there's like other benefits to just the time saved. I always feel more relaxed having flown, even with all the pre-flight and everything, than I do flying on these freeways. Like, it's just the friggin' worst.
Roger.
So I look at it like that. I mean, it's safer, it's more relaxing, it's mostly quicker if you're flying really further than 15, 20 miles.
You can taxi to the ramp via Alpha, this frequency, okay?
Taxi to the ramp via Alpha, this frequency.
33 Juliet, connect SoCal departure.
All right, here we go. John Wayne, standard John Wayne arrival from Signal Peak. Von Carmen, keep it tight, plop her in. Let's do this. Let's do this. John Wayne Tower, Cherokee 83364, midfield, left downwind, 20 left.
Number 364, runway 20 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 20 left, Cherokee 83364. Okay, gear is coming down. Oh, that looks so cool. Trim, 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 trim. Flaps are good. Flaps are good. Pills are good. Pills are good. So you can keep it inside the freeway. Absolutely
500.
No problem. Don't let sunrise fool you. This is the appropriate way to come into John Wayne. Hello. Not that. That's a little cockeyed. There we go. That's what we like. That was pretty sketchy.
Approaching runway 02 left. 20 right.
Hello.
Crossing 20 right at Juliet. Monitor ground on the other side. Cherokee A3364.
20 right.
So. Sunrise made me fly to the blimp hangars before base, and that's why the pattern was closed all weekend. Because that crap. That is the worst ever.
Before 4 golf back to the ramp via Alpha, this frequency, can I?
Absolutely the worst ever. That is literally why the pattern is closed, because Sunrise does that crap. And why I will just give up and say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done here. We're packing it up. Screw that. Yeah, that is the worst. The absolute worst. I'm not joking either. That is why they shut the pattern down. Because Sunrise and OCFC freaking do that. They just shut it down. No pattern. Like go to Corona, go to Long Beach. Just
Walk 2019, do you have your destination in sight, 12 o'clock and 7 miles?
Right turn, contact ground.
Right turn, contact the ground.
But you play nice, and they'll help you out. It's just one of the flight schools. Yeah. One of the flight schools with a reputation for flying enormous patterns. Freeway 405 is the goal. Von Carmen. Oh, that's the wrong one. Downwind over Von Carmen. Keep it over the freeway. It's a 172. Keep it friggin' tight.
Walker 2019, safe flight conditions.
Safe flight conditions.
Walker 2019 cleared. Visual approach into the Baker Airport. Report IFR cancellation in the air on this frequency on the ground within 5 minutes after landing on 122.2. Change to advisory frequencies approved.
That's close enough. Alright, let's shut this thing down and let's look at some real footage. Here we go. Avionics coming off, flights coming off, blah, 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 blah. Everything's off, off, off. Kill that. Great. Continue. Love it. And Insta, here we go. All right, so this one should be the rejoin. And it is. Spoiler alert. All right. Actually, I told Brad I told Bradley that I would ping him. There he goes. Hi, Brad. Hello. Look at this freaking nerd. This is when I was like...
You bastard, that was going to be funny!
I think this is when I said, like, my curtain is in the way. Let's see if you can hear. Yeah, I don't think it can hear. I was like, my curtain is in the way, I can't see you. Oh yeah, humble means the offsets at John Wayne. Oh, frickin' crap. Thank you. Damn it. Alright, here you go. My bad. There's me. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, here's where I go. My curtain is blocking you. I'm trying out a new haircut and it's like making my hair look really dumb. That little thing is like... Okay, Julia. It's always Brad. It's always a drinking game. The Brad drinking game. Here he comes. This is so rad. I think this is about where I spotted him. There. Gotcha. So this is a 360 camera. So, you know, you can see absolutely everything. And it makes it look really weird. It looks like I'm looking at the camera or like just past the camera, but I'm really looking back at Brad. It's kind of trippy. It's like, what do I keep looking at? But I actually do look back at him. I think that's why I was having trouble spotting you at first, Brad.
It's you guys again.
Because yeah, you were a little bit like that angle was a little bit shallower. Yeah, so I'm looking right at Brad right there, which kind of looks weird. But like, how freaking sick is that? Dude, it was so smooth. Like, I'm just looking at that wing, like it is rock steady against the mountain there. God, it seemed like with everything that happens in some of these days, and Brad, I know you feel it too. I mean, you've airlined and been all over the place today. I can't believe this was yesterday. Seems like it was a freaking week ago. All right, now let's... Yeah, that was today too. So what am I doing? Oh yeah, look at the airspeed. Like, VNE is right here. I'm just hauling ass. Absolutely hauling ass. We're just chuckling away, even though this is happening. I freaking love this camera. To be able to look at that, if you had just a GoPro, you would just be stuck with one static view. But I can go and like, how fast are we going? And just look just like a freaking video game and look at that. you know, there's 140 indicated right there. So freaking cool. Hi. Oh, that is awesome. That is so cool. I can't believe we get to do this. Brad, that's awesome. You are in there. That is so great. Those LEDs look amazing. That LED beacon, I'm loving that. Why's your prop spinning so slow? Looks weird. Now that I'm kind of like fixated on that, that looks weird. This is so freaking cool. Yeah, I caught like a little pocket there, and I just kind of peek, just make sure we're good. Yeah, that thing is beautiful. It's so great. What an awesome freaking plane. What's up, John Deere? How's the audio? Is that too loud? This is real life, JD. Okay, you're nice and snug in there, Brad. Yeah, this is so in the simulator, John Deere, we just recreated this flight. This is a flight from yesterday. I'm glad it looks better than it felt. That's always the case. Even the landings. Like, I've had some landings where I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to look at this footage. And it's like, actually, I might not have to edit around that landing. It wasn't too bad. So here's where the cool stuff starts. This is great. How was that initial bank angle, Brad? I felt myself like wanting to do kind of like the smooth, smaller movements, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to actually bank it a little bit. How was that? Oh, that looks cool. Oh, this is where you kind of unhooked to take that picture, huh? I'm gonna snap that picture. I have so much excess power and speed that you could have literally been inverted and would have been able to hang out. Oh, that's such a great shot. I probably already have that one, but I'm gonna grab that again. That's so awesome. Just hanging. Dude, that right there looks freaking so cool. I'm gonna grab that one too. So now we're kind of planning what to do with this marine layer and how to get back to John Wayne. La 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 la. There's my hair bothering me. All right, here it comes, Brad. Dude, how much of a gap did we have leaving thermal? I'm surprised we rejoined where we did. I'm surprised you didn't catch me sooner. I must have like really cut that corner compared to you. About 18 miles. Okay. Yeah, this is me right here. Can you tell? 14 minutes. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh god, that's so cool. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Later. $25-mile delta at maximum. Okay. $60 knot overtake, so that's like 1 mile per minute. Yeah. Okay, so here's my reaction to that lovely maneuver. Dude, I really didn't realize how badass that was gonna look until after you did it, and I was like, oh shit, I bet that looks so cool. Alright, here we go. Coming up. Oh, I guess we have another like 90 degrees, I think, to go. This is a genuine reaction to this. It's so freaking cool. God, I can't believe we do this. This is like just ridiculously cool. Okay, so yeah, I think you're getting ready to go here. There you go. Later. Oh, that's so cool, man. And then Brad got stuck in VFR holding hell over Signal Peak. That was me checking to make. I was like, like, oh crap, was that thing on? Okay, it's on. It's on. Hit the little the screen. Oh, Brad, I didn't show you. Look at my. Look at my fuel burn. This is my fuel burning antics. I just looked at that before the stream. I was like just checking. I was like, oh my god, and then I like flew up the canyon on the way back. But yeah, that is just a mess. All right, so now here is the non-standard arrival into John Wayne. So the it would have been fine. I keep hitting the wrong thing. It would.
Right turn, contact ground.
Right turn, contact the ground.
Yeah, Jiffs, have a great one, dude. There were some clouds over Signal Peak, and I just decided to ask for a left base into John Wayne instead of entering a downwind. It would have been fine. Brad confirmed he was over there, and it would have been fine. But I got the approval for this guy, and God, it makes it so easy. So I hung it out a little bit wider. There's the freeway right there. So could have been over that, but I just decided to make it nice and easy, and I was going to be coming in higher anyway, so it wasn't as big of a deal being so tight versus being at 800 feet in the downwind and then cutting the corner. So just kind of like descending through pattern altitude. And then no traffic on the parallel, and just take the nice lovely little offset final there. Brad, is it kind of weird to like see what was happening in my plane while you were in your plane? I think that'd be kind of weird to see like the video. Well, it is weird like the times that I've seen it, but I'm usually the camera plane. But yeah, it's super cool. What it's like, we're flying in formation, and you get to see what was happening in my plane from my perspective. Like, you get to see you from my perspective. What's up, James? I was proud of this one. You could tell by my face. That is my I am proud of this landing face. There's my expression doesn't change. Look at the expression. Okay, this entire final, my expression does not change. Oh, there's a little bit of a smile there. Okay, same. Oh, there we go. I don't have like any facial. I am just absolutely dialed in. It's so funny. All right, so let's see if you can listen. If you can listen to the squeaks. Hi, Dave. Let's see if you can hear.
Whoa! Found it.
Hello.
Hello. Found the ground.
So this was a nice treat too, getting the just cleared to cross. Just what we did on Pilot Edge. Off at Juliet, immediate cross. All right, let's see if you can hear what I say. I doubt it. FM. Here he's checking.
Drew is okay. Tell Drew that Bill and Brad.
Tell him Bill and Brad says hi. There they are. Hi guys. Hi. Well, there it is. There is super fun Sunday flight. Another Bill and Brad adventure. That was awesome. Okay. Adios, Brad. Thank you for the adventure yesterday. I was probably sitting in my car. At least you weren't flashing me, so that was nice. And then here's me, no camera, no passenger, just sitting here like an asshole. And then going, oh, you know what? I don't need...
Right turn, contact ground.
Right turn, contact ground.
That was kind of cool looking. Right turn, contact ground. Cool. Dude, I dig that. That's super cool. And I was like, camera off. There you go. That's it. That's all she wrote. Hopefully that was fun for everyone to follow along in the sim and then check out some real world footage. I love doing that. That is one of my favorite things to do to stream, is being able to bring the mixture of both the real world flying and the sim together, because that's really, I think, what makes the sim so fun and so powerful, is that it really can be like the real world. And being able to show that to people, I find really cool and satisfying, because it's motivating. It was motivating for me when I found out how close it could be. So I want to just continue to show how realistic the simulator can be if you treat it that way. And if it gets anybody into flying, that's freaking awesome.